Guys, my name is Muskan Ingorani and I'm a professional makeup artist, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you all makeup steps that you don't need to follow. So basically I see many tutorials online and sure you would be seeing too, and they follow many unnecessary steps which you don't particularly need to follow. Now, if you do these steps, it will not make a difference. They will not give you a change. They will not reduce anything. They will just stay there, maybe like a extra step, and I don't want you to do extra steps if they are not needed. So that's why I'm making this video. Why to do extra steps when it's not going to make a difference, right? And instead I'm going to be giving you alternatives what to do so that they will give you a little bit of difference. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. So the first step that you don't need to do in your makeup routine is called a lash primer, okay? So basically it's a white primer, like you have primer for your face, right? Those are very necessary. But primer for the eyes, so you will have to give a white layer to your eyes, and on top of that you have to apply mascara. It claims to do that it will give your lashes an uplift as well. In my personal opinion, instead of putting your lashes through so much, your eyes will feel so heavy because of the lash primer on top of that mascara. You will feel almost sleepy because of the weight that is on your lashes. So instead what you can do is add falsies just like I have today. This will give you a much better look, a very visible difference, and I can assure you it will be not as heavy as the lash primer in my personal opinion. I would rather just wear a false eyelash than wearing a lash primer. The second step you don't need to follow is called a brow bone concealer. Now what is a brow bone concealer? Basically when you apply concealer over here and here, and then you blend it out so that your eyebrows can look uplifted and will be more prominent. This is the step. I don't feel this is very necessary, okay? Being very frank about it. Now I see many people do this and I feel it's so unnecessary to do. Now what you can do instead is just apply a highlighter shade over here on your brow bone, okay? Matte or shimmer doesn't matter, just a highlighted shade, a shade lighter than your skin tone. You just apply it over here and it will give it a pop. Matte will give a little bit less and softer pop, while a shimmer one will give it a very prominent pop, okay? So yeah, I would rather say go to that instead of doing that blending and everything. It will take you extra time. Plus, if at all that concealer goes into your brows, to comb it out and to fill it, it's too much of a hassle and definitely a very extra step you definitely don't need to follow. The next step which you don't need to follow is called baking, okay? And baking is a very controversial one. Everyone has a different opinion on it, and here is mine, okay? In my opinion, it is not necessary to do it, okay? Highly also depends on the type of under eyes you have. If you have oily under eyes or if you have dehydrated dry under eyes, okay? Now if you have oily under eyes, you may get away with it not looking cakey or anything. If you do it in a very right way, you may get away with it. I'm not sure if you do, okay? But if you have dry and dehydrated under eyes, then you won't get away with it because the cakiness will be very, very visible. Now baking when you see is on camera, and on camera it looks flawless, but in real life not every time does it look flawless, okay? Now here is my opinion on it, okay? Now whenever I see anyone bake, it is usually when they have applied too much concealer. So firstly they will apply too much concealer. So when you apply too much, there is more chances of it to crease because there is so much product. It is so very potent, so it will have a very high chance of creasing. That's why to set it in place, they will do baking. So that there is so much product, it needs to set in place to lock it, they will do baking. Now in my opinion, do the other way, okay? Instead try this. Apply less product, apply less concealer, blend it out properly. Very, very less product. Even when I see people doing it today, they apply too much. Even with this and this, the new technique which is very, very popular now thanks to Robert Welch. It was here but it is now very popular thanks to him. So I see people even doing that. Even with that they apply so much product. You don't need that much amount of product. You need very, very little because concealers are full coverage, especially full coverage ones. They are highly potent. Your under eye is a very small area. You don't need that much amount of product. So apply less concealer, blend it out, apply less powder to set it. There will be no creasing. The less amount of concealer and blend it out nicely, and then set it with a loose powder or a compact powder. A loose powder will give you a much more longer stay than a compact powder. So yeah, that is my tip for you. If you like baking, you want to do it, go ahead, do it. I have nothing against you, but letting you know an alternative option and telling you the real technique and the reason why I see people doing baking. The next unnecessary makeup step which I see many people doing is applying highlighter before your base makeup, that is foundation or anything. Many people apply liquid highlighters all over their face, and on top of that they will apply foundation or anything like that. And the reason behind they do is to make your base glowy. Okay, now why I think this is an unnecessary step is because if you do that, firstly because of the highlighter, every texture on your skin will be exaggerated. Secondly, because it's a liquid highlighter, it's potent, it is not meant to be applied all over your face. The foundation will not blend nicely. You will have difficulty in blending foundation. Okay, so it makes no sense in my eyes to do this unnecessary step. Instead, what you can do is, if you want a very glowy base, apply a strobe cream. It is meant to be applied before your foundation. It is meant to be applied as a base. So it will have a much nicer glowing effect on your skin. And top of that, when you apply foundation, your foundation will actually look glowing. And if you want added glow, you can definitely add more highlighter on top of that. You don't need to apply highlighter, that is liquid highlighter, all over your face before your foundation. That is such an unnecessary step which I think will cause you more harm than good. The next makeup step that you don't need to follow particularly is called tight lining. Now, this is of all steps that I'm mentioning today which may have a difference. Okay, now but this difference is after so much cost. Now, how do you tight line? Okay, you take up your I cannot even do that. How do you do tight lining is you apply your kajal or your liner over here, like you see this is waterline. Okay, the upper part below the lashes. I cannot even hold my eyes like that to show it to you all. Okay, so yeah, imagine applying your eyeliner over there. It's such a task to do. I know many people do it, and many people do it very easily and very nicely, so kudos to them. But I personally feel that it is not necessary to do. If you do it, if you like it, then go ahead, do that. Instead, what you can do is just apply a very thin liner. This will give you a little bit of effect of tight lining, not same as tight lining, but a very similar one. And to be very honest, you can see the minute thing only when you are very near. When you are far away, it will not even be that visible. In my opinion, tight lining is not very necessary. But of all the steps, if anyone will actually make a little bit of difference, not too much, is tight lining. So yeah, I have never tried it. I've never dared to try it, not on me, not on my clients ever, because I just feel so scared that I'll poke my eye, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, I won't suggest you try it unless and until you already do and you are very good at it. Now it's time for bonus tip. Now today's bonus tip is that whenever you watch many tutorials online and you think that you have to exactly copy them, that is not the case. You can definitely alter according to your choices and the style you like. So if you like minimal makeup, you can skip foundation, you can just apply blush, cream, highlighter. If you apply a full coverage look, you don't need to follow it exactly tip to toe according to the tutorial. You don't need to do that. If you like highlighting, do highlighting. If you don't like highlighting, skip highlighting. If you like matte blush and not shimmery blush, just apply matte blush. If you don't like blush at all, just skip it altogether. Don't fall into the hype that you have to follow each and every step that is shown, because makeup is personal, makeup is art. Okay, however you do it, as long as you like it, it's good. Okay, I see many people, whenever they see a tutorial or anything, they will say that this is exactly how I have to do it step by step. No, you don't. If you don't like a particular step, skip it. No one here is here to tell you to do the other way, because as I said, makeup is an art. It's personal to each and every person. How one mate does it, it's not necessary the other person should also do the same. So do what you like with makeup, play around with it. It's meant to give you joy. I hope you guys liked this video today and you learned something new. If you did, then make sure to subscribe to my channel and also check out my Instagram. I give a lot of pro tips over there in my reels, in my captions, especially if you read them, you will get a lot of makeup tips over there as well. Let me know in the comments below which are the steps that you find to be unnecessary and that won't make a big difference to your makeup look. So yeah, that was all for today. Till next time, bye bye.